Hello, knockouts. Tonya TKO here, and I am a self-love specialist and relationship expert from TonyaTKO.com. And I am making this video outside of the sequence of my normal videos. My hair and makeup is not done, so I'm not happy about having to come out and make this video. And you all also made me put on pants for this, so I'm not happy. We're going to be talking about dating African men, Afro-Caribbean men, Afro-Latino men, and we're going to talk about the video series that I put up recently, where we have people who are now coming out talking about all of the problems with African men. And I just want, listen, you guys that made me go and get my board out and everything. So let's jump right into it. Oh, I took my cap off already. Let's jump right into it. Black women, you have three choices. You have three choices when it comes to dating a black man, or not dating a black man, marrying and creating a family with a black man. You have three main choices. A, you have the Western black men who are going to be in places like USA, Europe, and these are going to be places with a predominantly majority Caucasian populace. Majority Cauc, okay? Then we have B. We have the black African man. We have C, the Afro-Carib, Latino, Hispanic. So those are the three options that we have. You know, I have a lot of women who are coming out who are talking about, oh, African men cheat, African men are misogynistic, etc., etc. I didn't bring my, hold on, I gotta grab my eraser. Give me 1 second. All right. So we have ladies who are talking about, oh, those men cheat, they this, they that. Oh, I'm going to tell you this, right? All right. One of the main things that you have to remember, ladies, is your energy. Your energy and your vibration, your programming, and things that you just need to work out inside. Because we all need some sort of healing. The stuff that we need to work out is going to come back to us reflected from our partners and our mates. The romantic relationship is like a supercharged relationship because all of your vulnerabilities and everything come up inside this relationship. If a regular relationship is the test, like a romantic relationship is the exam. You really dive in and open yourself up to the stuff that needs healing. And this goes for anybody. If you notice that you are getting the same type of thing attracted to you, the only common denominator in there is you. That's the only common denominator is you. You're going to have to really look inside and see what are the things that are going on with you that are coming up for healing, that this relationship is coming into your life and reflecting back to you. So when we talk about, listen, the three choices that we have, right? So I'm going to do Western, 2 African, and then 3, let's say Carib, right? Which I'm going to include Hispanic and Latinos in there, right? Even from people from Latino countries, right? There are pitfalls that we have to deal with any one of these. When you deal with a person, when you deal with a black person, now listen, we know that black people, we came from Africa and we were dropped off in other parts around the world. And there comes pluses and minuses with all of that. I presented the video as an option. Not every black woman wants to quote unquote swirl. As a matter of fact, black women are least likely to desire swirling because the phenotype, the genome and phenotype of our men is so specific and our genes are dominant. And I can understand why a woman wouldn't want to swirl. So I gave that as an option if you want to date black. And there were also some women who came out who were talking about how they don't like black men and all this, that, and the other. Listen, you know, my channel is all about self-love. If you don't like black men and you're a black woman, there's some things that you're going to have to do within yourself to heal. Now, we do talk about different things that come up inside of the African American community, among men, among women, etc. But this channel is not about hating any one group. If you, as a black, because listen, inside of your womb is the genetic coding is the Negroid genetic coding. So, and especially with our dominant genes, any child that passes through your womb is going to have Negroid features in some way. And if you have issues with blackness, black people, you have an issue with yourself and you have an issue with your child or your potential children, if you even want to have them. Listen, when it comes to Africa, Africa is a continent with 54 countries. There are millions. How many people are in Africa? Goodness, I wish I had researched that before. If there are 1 billion people in China and 1 billion people in India, I know that the amount of people in Africa has to be encroaching somewhere in that area. But since I'm not sure, I'm just going to say millions. Shoot, there are 300 million people in the United States alone. I want to get the numbers. I wish I had done it before this video, but we can talk about it in the comments because you guys know I'd be in my comments. So let's talk about that. There are millions of people. There are millions of tribes. There are many different cultures in Africa. When you start talking about that it's within somebody's culture, hell, look in the United States. I'm from New York City. The culture in New York is not the same as the culture in California, and that's just 3,000 miles on one country. Remember, there are 54 in Africa alone, 54 countries. And other people were like, oh, China's brought it up. There are some countries that have done business with China, but this is why we have to educate ourselves. We've been kept separate for too long because people who are non-melanated and the supremacy that they've been pushing around the globe, they have a vested interest in keeping us separated. A vested interest in perpetuating the lie that we're so much different, etc., etc. I had jollof rice for the first time recently. And it's like wherever Black people have been dropped off in the world, a similar type of food has come up. There's red rice, there's jambalaya, there's sancocho. It's a tomato-based rice dish. I'd always wondered about it. Because, though I've dated Nigerian men, they've never cooked jollof rice for me. I've never had fufu either. Well, no, I think I have tasted fufu. I think I have. But nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, my whole point is it's a tremendously gigantic continent of which other people have a vested interest in keeping us separate because they know that once we get together, supremacy will be no more. Supremacy will be no more. I am all about intercultural and bringing us all together. We're going to get out of this video, but I wanted to talk about cheating right before I go, because some of you are like, because even in the video, because, I talked about how amazing my father was with providing and protecting us. And somebody brought up, oh, but look at how your father, cheated on your mother, etc., right? And you guys can go watch the video that I did where I talked about, it's entitled Go Back to Your Cheating Husband, where I talked about the journey that my parents went through. Now, I'm not privy to what exactly transpired in their sexual and romantic life. And cheating is, ladies, ladies. How do I put this without sounding crazy? Cheating for far too many people is not a way of life, but something that happens, right? I think idealistically, many of us women, we want to find the perfect man and the perfect relationship where no cheating is involved. And I'm going to say this, unfortunately, cheating is something that is embedded into our DNA. The mating for life that we do is not natural to us genetically. Men have the propensity to be able to love a person and still cheat, right? So when I talk about how amazing my father was as a protector and a provider, you notice I did not mention cheating in there. I'm going to leave you all with this, right? Promiscuity. In mammals, where the female is more promiscuous, the male has larger testicles. The human male also has a penis which is shaped like a plunger. I can't believe this is on my board right now. A plunger and a scraper.